Do, do, do. Oi, oi. Amy, Scott, Harvey's fishing. I've got some mullet gear to set up. Yeah, shut up, Jay. Hey, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm all good, thanks, mate. All the way from the Caribbean. Nice. Yeah, I got some 10-pound line. This is a brand new mullet rod. 12-foot Sigma. It's actually a barbel rod. 2-pound test. And I got a Pen Pursuit 3 on there. 3000 size reel. Yeah, they're on a roll. I thought, why not, eh? At the end of the day, I'm only setting up some fishing tackle, so why not go live? Oi, oi, and glorious. Just taking a dump. How are you at the moment? I'm good, thanks. You have reached a lot of us. Nice one. Beautiful. I've been meaning to set this rod up for ages. And I've got loads of bread now, so I can actually go mullet fishing. Where is your mate? He's at home. Mullet gear or bass? This is bass, Andy. Mullet, sorry. Make sure I don't knock everything off. Beautiful. I don't know if you can hear that rain. It's awful at the moment. Where's my spanner? Going live tomorrow? I don't know. How's the elbow and feet today? Elbow's alright, it's my foot. I've been hobbling around the house all day. What I've got is 10-pound line. I like 10-pound line with my mullet gear. Always works well. It gives you that little bit of backbone if you get a big bass on the bread or something. Do the old trick. Get it between the feet. Donated to the oyster farm today. Thanks, Miranda. Paul, I'd like to go fly fishing for mullet one time. That'd be cool, that would. I've actually had this rod a while. Sam got this for Christmas, I think it was. And I got a little Pen Pursuit for it. And the good thing about this, I can use this reel for my wrasse fishing, Texas rigging as well. Do the tennis ball trick I told you. Yeah, I will eventually, mate. I'm going to be going after the bass as well soon. Get the waders on. And there's a causeway that you got to cross to this rock. And it's a brilliant spot for bass, so hopefully we can get some there. Cheers, Darren. What make and what was that? What make and length rod would you recommend for bass fishing with lures? I personally like a 9-foot rod. I just find it gives that perfect little whip, you know. And I use 20 to 50 gram rod. Miranda Gibbs, thank you very much. Oh, I appreciate that. And the thing with this, when you're loading up a reel with 10-pound line, don't overfill it. Because when you go to set up, the whole lot will just go poof. I got a text, hold on. Yeah, thanks Miranda. How's your isolation going, mate? It's pretty good so far. I'm just very grateful that we can get out for 2 hours. And I'm still waiting on an email from the States to say if I can go out for longer than 2 hours, because I'm a business. And obviously YouTube's my only income, so I'd like to make my videos if I can. And if I've got 5 hours, I can go out and just smash a load of mullet, hopefully. That's my plan anyway. Hi Jay, my birthday today. Happy birthday, mate. So funny to see the line filling technique. Identical to my own. Yeah, I think every fisherman does it like this. Look, oh hey, got a big fish. They're so smooth, these pen pursuits. I've got a few rods in here today. I've got my mullet rod, I've got my Texas rigging rod for wrasse, and I've got my bass rod in here as well. Don't show your feet, Jay. Yeah, you're right, Scott. Get the freaks on the go, boys. Oi, oi, Craig. Sorry if I'm not reading all the comments, guys. I just want to get this rod all set up. See, that's about perfect. I've got about 5 mil to the end, and that will stop it coming off. I really want to get out after the mullet. I ain't caught a mullet in ages. What is Texas rigging? I use very light tackle. A small mullet weight, and then it goes straight to a weedless hook. What I like about this rod is, like I said, this is actually a freshwater rod, and I can change the tips for a heavier or a softer tip, you know. I really like this rod. Porky big mullet rod fishing. Old but gold, anyone remember them? Daiwa porky rod. No, I don't, mate. I used to use just an ugly stick for my mullet fishing. Or like, I used to go to mix fishing and get like a really cheap, crappy like 6-foot rod. Like one of the little kids ones. And that's how I used to do my mullet fishing. But Sam brought me a proper nice rod for mullet fishing now, so hopefully we can get some fish on it. I don't like having a rod if it's never caught a fish. So we can't be having that. We would all like you fishing live soon once your foot is better. Yeah, I'll do a fishing live one time. I think Inglorious Fishing is the master at that at the moment. I've been really enjoying his lives. I think he's found his little niche on YouTube there with the lives. I told him before, I was actually on the phone to him about 10 minutes ago. Beautiful. It's a lovely rod, this. Beautiful. There we go. There's a better look at the rod. It's 12 foot long, Really light rod, no weight to it whatsoever. And I use a little tiny 3-gram float, which I've got here. It's my little mullet bag. I've had this for years, the state of it. GX2 solid, depends what you're doing. Are you on about the ugly stick there, Gareth? Which one is that one? I don't even know what that one is. It's just an ugly stick elite. But I've had wrasse up to 5 or 6 pound on that little beast. And look, it bends like no tomorrow. It's a beast. What is the dimension on the line? 0.31 mil. It's the Senator line it is. How's it going, guys? You right, Sam? I'm setting up the rod finally. There you go. There's all my mullet gear. I look like a carp fisherman. I don't know what float stops you use, guys, but these ones here are great for small diameter lines. They don't slide at all. Luke Greeneye, be good to see you when this is over, Jay. Been too long. Yeah, it has, mate. Shout out Greeno, mate. You make some good tunes as well, buddy. There we go. Got your float stop on there. And then we need a wee bead. I use these little tiny beads just for less visibility to the mullet. Like, anyone that fishes for mullet would know they can be bloody finicky sometimes. Samuel sunglasses. Those sunglasses are going to go down in history. Do I use a lime through or do I just... I use a clip. Have I got any smaller ones? Oh, that'll do. Just got a really tiny, I don't know if you can even see that, really tiny clip swivel. It's just so the pin on it can go through these tiny floats. So it goes float stop, bead, clip swivel, and another bead. Another bead to your weight. And what I like to do, so I've got 2 gram mullet weights there. That's a 2 gram. So what I do is I use split shot on the last bit because I like my float to be very close to the water. I like to just weight it perfectly so it's just bouncing there. Hoping to upload it next week, Miranda. Everyone getting on Sam for uploading. There we go, get that bad boy on there. I haven't set up a mullet float in ages. And this is just how I like to do it. There's loads of ways of rigging a mullet float. And I need a tiny little swivel. Oh, there we go. Check how small these swivels are. You can see how refined the tackle is I use for mullet. Absolutely tiny. Can only catch fresh mackerel where I live. It's out of season right now and I can't go because of the virus. Yeah, a lot of people are the same. Hi Smash, it's me again. Keep up the good work. Keep up a good job. YouTube is only two. We love to do fishing and crabbing videos. Cheers, Dale. Nice to know the little ones are getting involved. Right, and we've got our swivel. And I like to use a uni knot with this small diameter line. It just I just find they hold a lot better. Couple more turns, won't it? Been catching a few mackerel down there in Devon. Do you do any bait fishing, Jay? Yeah, I do. Usually big baits. But I love my mullet fishing as well. I love it because it's... Where's that float stop? There. I love it because it's a challenge, mullet fishing. Right, beautiful. So there you go. That's what I like to do. Bead, clip swivel, bead, weight, another bead to your normal swivel. And then in here somewhere, I've got a big pile of messy fluorocarbon. And this is 8-pound fluorocarbon. And what I like to do is just measure out my arm, where my hand is, to my other shoulder. And that's usually a nice length. Where is it? There. Get that tied on there. And once again, it's just the uni knot I use. But with this really tiny line, I usually do five to 7 turns. And that's usually enough for it not to slip. What's the population there? 63,000, I think, in Guernsey. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. Lovely. Oh, look what I just did. What a muppet. Definitely haven't been using this line for a while. I just cut it off. Right, let's retake that. There's loads of ways of catching mullet as well. You can use the old bobble floats as well. You can get see-through ones for catching them on the surface with. Even with little shrimps and stuff, you can catch bass with them like that on the old bubble float. Right, let's not cut the wrong end off this time. Hopefully one day I'm under. Always wet the line so it don't snap when pulling. Yeah, it didn't snap, mate. I cut it off. Better. Right, it's this line now, you donut. Beautiful. There we go. So we got our trace on there, and that one can do one. Channel making a crab wheel. It's all lined up a little bit. Beautiful. There we go. And then I've got some really small hooks here. These are size 8. That's my favourite size hook for mullet. I don't like it any bigger because I don't use huge pieces of bread for mullet either. Teaching the kiddos how to cast target grass since they can't go out. Fair play. Always good to get that practice in. Nice. So there you go. Got my size 8 hook on there. Good thing with the uni knots, you can actually cut them fairly close. As you can see, look, you can see how long that trace is. It's about 4.5 foot, maybe 5 foot. That's about it. Can you use bobber for mackerel? Yeah, you can catch mackerel like this, garfish, bass, mullet, everything. You can catch loads of different species on mullet gear. And these are the different floats that I use. Well, these are the 2 main types. This is a line through. You can either clip it on the bottom or pass the line straight through the float. That's a bit of a heavier one, that. And then I've got these ones, which is, I think these are a 3 gram. These are a 3 gram float. And these ones, I will cock it up to it's about there. So there's only a little tiny bit showing. So when the mullet take off, it's less resistance. And then you can nail them, hopefully. Probably get frustrated and throw my rod halfway through. Done that before. And they just clip on in. Yeah. So there you go. That's what it basically looks like. Beautiful. And you've got your trace here. And what I do, especially for mullet with the bread, because I like my bread, when I throw my chum in, I want my bread to flutter down with it. So I use, where are they? Just tiny little split shots. I don't even know what gram they are. They're not even a gram. I don't know what they are. They're tiny. But I just put 2 on. I put one about 1/3 and then one about 9 inches away from my hook. And that'll make the bread just flutter down with the chum. Try and use pliers. I know all fishermen use their teeth, but hey ho. There you go. And that's my mullet setup. Booyah. And that will just, the bread will come down in a little flutter like this. And then usually the mullet would, if they're there, they'll take it on the way down. Get it that way. Smash, what is the biggest mullet you have ever caught? 6 pounds something it was. I've had loads of like 4s and 3s and stuff like that, but yeah, about 6 is the biggest. There was one time when I was down the rocks, I still got pictures of this, they might even be on my Instagram, and where I had a 4 pound bass and I think it was just under 5 pound mullet as well. Literally one after the other. I caught the bass, threw my mullet float out, and then with a piece of bread on, and bam, caught the mullet as well. That was an epic day. I was dancing around the rocks like a right fool. Right, let's not tangle everything up here. There we go. So what I do is just take my float off so it's not flapping around. She's a beauty. There you go. That goes in the bag and you're all set. I do have some pencil floats with me as well for long nose. If I start finding a lot of garfish and that, I'll switch up to one of them and stick a size 1 hook on. Little slivers of mackerel. And sometimes you can get hundreds of long nose just fishing like that. And that's how a lot of people win the competitions as well. It's just coming down with a little float, little bit of mackerel, and you can nail them all. Do you use braid? If so, what one and poundage? I use 20-pound sidewinder braid for my bass fishing. My battery's gonna go. No, don't go, battery. Why is it going? It's annoying. My charger's playing up. I hope it's charging. If it goes off, it's my battery. Oh, I see. Got the engine on it. Do you ever use a quiver rod for mullet? Peeps doing Brighton. This is probably the most high-tech mullet rod that I've ever had, to be honest. This has different tips for it, yeah, more sensitive ones than that. But usually, I would use something like this. I would usually use a little 6-foot ugly stick and just catch them like that because it's more fun. Like these things bend in half, so that it just makes it more of a challenge to get them in. Do you eat mullet? Yeah, I do, Darren. Mullet's actually better than bass in my opinion. I actually love eating mullet. It's very underestimated because a lot of people think, oh, they eat shit, but every fish, if it's near a shit pipe, is going to eat it. Trust me on that one. Well, I think that's all. Keep those in there. We just need the weather to pick up. I've got loads of old bread as well, so that's going to be handy. Oh yeah, Dan, are you still watching? Where's Inglorious? I've got, oh for fuck's sake, that bloody... Babe, have you got the other charger? Yeah. My phone's going to die. Thanks. What? Bear with me a sec, guys. That worked. Oh, sorry about it, guys. Hopefully it's charging now. My charger's playing up loads. Is Inglorious Fishing still watching? Fillet and fry mullet is surprisingly awesome. It's lovely. Whose arse fits in the green chair behind you? Definitely not mine. Right, Inglorious ate in the live though. But I've got a Rode mic for a phone. Oh, Inglorious, do you want this? Will that fit in your phone jack? On your phone? Because if so, you can have that. It's quite a good microphone as well. It's a directional mic, so when you're standing on the rocks, you'll be able to hear you a bit better. Yeah, sound. I've got the other bit to it here somewhere. Oh yes, there. Yeah, what you do is you just plug that into your phone and this bit here goes over the top and then it pinches on so it can't move. They're actually really good. That's what I was filming with for ages. That's why my audio was really good. J. When's the lockdown over? No idea. Show us a cast in your room, catch slipper. Right, I need something to tie this up with. Oh, that's so much junk. Got to have your garlic salt for those Larrys. Beautiful. I need something to... the old cooker. Oh, there we go. We're on a winner now. Knew I had some spare ones. How you doing, mate? Just tucked in. What you doing? Setting up the new mullet rod. Oh, it's 12-footer. Can't wait to start catching some. Then I got, just like you've got, the Pen Pursuit. Really smooth reels they are. Excuse me, I keep burping. Had a massive burger for tea. Alright, Grandma Kirk. Hello, Jay. Nice to see your subs growing. Keep up the smashing. Cheers, Grandma. That's a subscriber that comments on every single video. Or Grandma Kirk. Yeah, how you doing, Earl? You alright, mate? So that's one rod set up. Beautiful. And then I've got my brass rod to do. It's a bit of tackle talk today. That's why I'm not talking too much into the comments. I got a Lightning 3.5mm jack to connect my gun shop mic to my phone. Nice. Try it out. It might help everyone who's had that problem. I think we should do this smoke bass. Not bad, mate. Just itching to get out fishing. Yeah, a lot of people are, mate. I've been getting a lot of comments lately, like, oh, jealous that you can fish for 2 hours and all this sort of stuff. But yeah, everyone's just got to do what they can at the moment, eh? At the end of the day. Oh, that don't work. In here, I've got wrestlers. It's a bit of insight into all my fishing stuff that I take with me. This is something that is, I don't show this very often, but that is always with me, everywhere I go. And also this, so if my foot gets too bad, I can tape it back together. Right, where did I do with that? I've got a box full of lures somewhere. Apart from bread, what other bait for mullets? Definitely harbour ragworm are good. If you get a sliver of mackerel skin with a little bit of flesh on the size of your thumbnail, that's great for mullet as well. Especially if you've got a lot of fish oil in the water, in your chum. You can catch them like that. I don't know what I did with that bloody box. Yeah, so Inglorious, I'll save that for you, mate. On the hard stuff tonight, I see. Yeah, there ain't no beers tonight. Insulation tape is a fisherman's best friend. Yeah, totally agree with you there, mate. Bloody right. Right, what we got here? I mean, this was from the crab wheel videos. I had no bottom weights with me, so look what I did. I started tying on anything that I had just to weigh it down to try and catch some wrasse. That's a disaster. It just shows that anything can catch you fish though. Just a little rig like that. All I did is a little standout loop there, and that was it. Just a few split shots on the bottom. Spinning with ragworm with a spoon lure is deadly. Yeah, I haven't caught any thin lips yet. I've caught golden greys on the ragworm and thick lips, but I haven't had one of the fins yet. And I know they get big as well. Some lads were getting them to £9 out of Havlet. Drinking to your 60k goal, Jay. Congrats. Here comes 100k in no time, baby. Hopefully, mate. That'd be cool. With the split shots, with these big ones, I like to take them off again because you can reuse them. Just joining in late. No worries, Sharon. We're just here for a little chat. It's all good. I might strip this reel. It's wow dodgy, this reel. the drag sticks on it, if you can tell. And yeah, it's a bit of a pain sometimes. Oh bugger, I can't bother take all the line off. Scissors. Those are handy for carrying the batteries as well. The little egg, little dive egg. What the hell have I done with them? There's another pair though, that's handy. Booyah. Get rid of all that crap. 123 watching, 63 likes. Likes needed by YouTubers. Got to go, Jay. See you later, Sam. There we go, keep that one. Right, that all can go in the bag. Beautiful. Let's make sure there's no frays. If there's any frays and you've got £10 line on and a big wrasse, best believe he's going to break you off. Especially if he dives into the rocks. Right. I don't know what I did with that box of lures though. That's annoying me. I've got a box of lures and they got loads of different wrasse sort of lures, like the gulp and the logworm, the ragworm. I've got bloodworm and all sorts of stuff. And all of them kill the wrasse. 3,410 now. Nice one, mate. You're nearly there. Use 1.5 pound test curve on my carp rods. Nice. Inglorious will be in 10k soon. He's flying at the moment. Keep doing those lives, Dan. Keep losing those bloody scissors. Oh, there's one. These ain't quite heavy enough, so I might use. Where's that gone? Okay. I'm just going to use this thing. Usually I'll use a 4 to 5 gram weight, a mullet weight. You can use the 3 grams as well, but you want something like, if you're fishing in like 8 feet of water or 6 to 8 feet, you want something that's going to sink it fairly fast, and then you just twitch it back really slowly. And literally all it is put your weight on, and you got a weedless hook, size 1, tied straight to the main line. That's it, and that's all the Texas rig is. And this is a great way to catch the really big wrasse as well. I will keep the lives up for sure, mate. You had what, over 300 in your live before, mate, so you're doing something right. Beautiful. Right. Beautiful. And that is literally it. That's all you can catch wrasse as easy as that. You can even catch bass with them as well. What are we missing? Question, how often are the ferries from Portsmouth to the island? I have no idea. Thanks, Jay. I'm going to keep doing them. Thanks everyone for the support. No worries, mate. Doing a great job, mate. Absolutely brilliant job. I prefer the lives with you, man. You've got a great sort of persona on the lives. That's what I like about it. Alright. All I'm going to do is get a little split shot, and I'm just going to put a split shot here to keep my weight down. That's a crap one. There we go. Beautiful. That's just enough for my lure to get down quick enough that I can just jig it back really slowly, bounce it through all the kelp, and wait for a beast to just slam it on. Yeah, after catching those bass the other day, it set me off on a right old lure fishing bloody thing. If Sam's in the chat, he knows. If I start getting it into my head and I get into it, you're probably going to see a lot of videos. So that's it. Mullet rod done, wrasse rod done. My bass rod got hammered the other day. Look at the state of my skerry from that bass. Took a right beating. Andy Scott could try for a bass, but Molly would be hard as we can't fish in harbour. Nice. Right, that's dead. That's one dead scary eel. Look, that's what happens when the bass take it quite a lot. It just rips them apart. But you can just get a bit of super glue and super glue it. Soon as I'm out 150 safe and mackerel, £50 smash. Sound fair? 3 for £1. What are you saying? 150 mackerel for 50 quid? £3 a pack. I think it's £2.50 a pack in it. But yeah, I will be buying some. If you can get me like 400 or 500 mackerel and just fill my box freezer, I'll happily chop you 150 quid. At the end of the day, I use like 45 quid worth of bait every conger trip, eh? £3 now. Doesn't surprise me, the bloody virus, man. Where's my lures? There we are. As you can tell, I love the ear limitations. Ear limitations are the best for bass, hands down. I love it. Box is under the bed, mate. Nah, it's not. Definitely not. No, it's an ice cream tub and it's full of soft plastic lures that I use for Texas rigging for wrasse. Right, let's get all the mullet gear packed up. I'm going to talk about lures. 45 quid. Are you conger fishing on the wrecks? No. Over here, the congers nibble your bait away so fast. Especially in the spots we go to, because there's a lot of eels there. Right. Yeah, because usually, like, know what's expensive is cuttlefish. Cuttlefish is one of my favourite baits for conger eels, so I tend to buy like 10 and 11 packets. And you only get 2 in a packet, so the congers just tear them to pieces. Right, that's the wrasse stuff. That goes in there. Right, that goes there for when I do go out. New scary eel. I'll put a super slim. That's one of my favourite lures as well. The Sidewinder super slim whites. They're great catches, they are. I do a good deal. We'll pay for the fuel trip. So worth it if I get no flatties. Fair play, mate. Bam Bandit, you alright, mate? Hasn't been any snow crab here. Yeah, I bet. Everything's going to die down a bit because of this virus. Any bait is expensive in the UK. I used to catch it because I've been doing loads of foraging and stuff lately. I haven't had a chance to go catch any longnose or well, there's not much mackerel around at the moment, but yeah, mainly longnose I'll target this time of year. But now I'm going to start mullet fishing and stuff. I will start catching longnose. I always do. Baits are awesome. Really tight bond, almost like plastic and soda. Oh, right. It's got home to see you on. Take a few shots of Southern Comfort. Yeah, I'm not drinking in this live. I only drank yesterday because it was a 60k special. I had an email from UMG saying, "Oh, you're using copyrighted music." It's like, well, I didn't even monetize that live anyway. I wasn't trying to make money off that live, so I knew it was going to get monetized. Shout out to the Portsmouth angler. That's the lures he sent me, and these glow up. Should we charge them up a little bit? I'll show you how bright these bloody things go. But I'm saving some of these. He sent me a packet of 5, and I'm saving some of these for the squid season because I'm going to get a squid jig bottom, you know, like the prong hooks, and then I'm going to attach it to a wire, and I'm going to thread the wire through about 5 inches of this lure, and then I'm going to glow the lure up and chuck it out for the squid and see if it works. Didn't send me none. You're not a lure fisherman, Inglorious. But yeah, I'll give you one when we go. For sure. Well, I'll charge up. And everyone always asks, what's my favourite hard plug? It's that, the new Mura. Look how beat up that lure is. It's completely battered. But I've caught £7 bass on that. Loads of them. Loads of different sorts of bass. I want my spanner back. You ain't getting it. Harry, super slims are just 10 gram. But you can get 25 gram white skerries. Yes, you can, Sam. 1 second, I'll show you. Like, the best eel imitations I know of is, you've got these. Right, just get that there, that there. These are your 25 grams. You've got the skerry, you got the black tide eel, and then you got the white. Those are all 25 gram eels. And then you got the 10 grams. These are a lot more flexible, and these catch a lot more wrasse. And those are the 10 grams. So you can see they're the same length, but they're just a lot more flexible and got a lot more action. And these actually cast surprisingly far as well. I think a lot of lure fishing is to do with confidence. It's what you're confident in. Because most of the time, any sort of lure with a lot of vibration will catch a bass, you know? Did I put a lure? Oh yeah, I did. Beautiful. Man down, Captain Dano pissed myself. Yeah, he stacked it at the end, didn't he? Sorry for the naughty words yesterday. When the fan was in chat, I apologise. That's all good. Ever do any lake or pond fishing? No, never. Good night, everyone. Hate not having my spanner. You are a spanner, Dan. It's all good. Landing on my shoulder. It was alright. Yeah. You don't go splat. You more bounce, you do. Right. I don't think I charged them on GoPro stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's something I get asked a lot as well. How many batteries do I take with me? I take 8 batteries for the GoPro with me. It's just so then if I decide, oh, well, obviously once the thing's down, if I wanted to stay out all night or whatever, and then I've got enough power to go all night. At least if you hurt, we would have called an ambulance. Yeah, exactly. I'm only down the road from where Dan was fishing, so I could have just run down there and seen him. Picked him off the rocks. Oh, I got that. What's that? That's all good. £10 line. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Why is it not glowing? It's not glowing very well today. Inglorious not a mod anymore. No. It's only because I can't be bothered to go to the phone and do it, to be honest with you. I want to see a catch and cook with Old Bay. Yeah, I might do it. There's other seasonings that are just as good. Alright, got that. Need that because I cut myself a lot. And you see, if you buy a medical kit, always customize it yourself. Get what you need for like the injuries you get. As you can see, I'm prepared for anything. If I cut myself really deep, I've got stitches in here. I've got paper stitches. I've got trauma bandages, spray plasters, you name it. It's not something that I really talk about on the channel, but in there I've got everything for all sorts of sort of situations. You know, I think that's really important. A bit of safety. You and your garlic salt, yeah. I'm not a big person. I don't like a lot of ingredients. I think it ruins fish. So I tend to just stick to very simple things. Does it take a long time to edit your videos for YouTube? It takes me longer to process the footage from like, because sometimes I can use 3 cameras. I'll have like 2 GoPros and then my, where is it? My little Akos. And because sometimes we've got 2 underwater cameras, if we're there 2 hours, that's 4 hours of underwater footage I've got to go through, you know. So yeah, it's more processing all of the content and then like trimming it down. That takes a long time. And then obviously you've got a. It's not glowing anymore. I don't know why. But yeah, that's the main thing that takes me a long time. It's not so much the editing, it's just the processing of all the footage. Because I'm a bit of a camera freak. I love cameras just everywhere. Because like, I find videos more interesting when you've got a lot of different angles, you know? But yeah, it is what it is. It's all down to personal preference though. Hi Smash, do you ever use a baited spinner for mullet? No, I haven't, but a lot of the lads over here do. And I wouldn't mind trying that sort of fishing, to be honest with you. That'd be good fun. Yeah, I made a little deal with Stan Voden. I was like, if he gets me on the boat and gets me onto some fin lips, I'll take him out bass fishing and get him on some bass. On the lures, I mean. Like, he knows how to catch bass anyway. But he texted me the other day and he's struggling with the lures a little bit. So yeah, we've got a deal. Right, that rod's ready. That's there. That goes in there. Bag it up because I might take a swim one day. My GoPro Hero 8 just came today with the media mode. I know how you feel about cameras. Yeah, cameras can be a pain. I've got 2 GoPro Blacks, GoPro Hero Blacks, and then I've got 2 of these Akos underwater cameras as well. And that's what I film with. Look how battered that thing is. And it still works fine. That's what I get all of the underwater footage with at the moment, because my other camera case broke. And I just don't have the balls to throw, well, a 300 quid camera or 400 quid camera, whatever they are, into a gully where I could lose it quite easy. So, yeah. Crabs love that camera, yeah, they do. Try Everglades seasoning. I have looked up Everglades seasoning, but yeah, it's really expensive to get over here. How do the authorities know you've only been out for 2 hours where you are? Just stay out. Yeah, but that's alright to say, mate, but I film it. You know what I mean? If you're filming your day, people can see how high the tides are and stuff, you know? Yeah, especially the fishermen over here, they know what's up. But I have asked permission. I have asked permission for 5 hours to make my videos, because I am a business. This isn't leisure for me anymore. It's actually, I have to support myself with it. So, yeah, I'm hoping they get back to me alright. But they keep passing me off to a high estates member each time. And it's like, come on, just say yeah, eh? That's the torches I use as well at night time. I get that question quite a lot because we get really clear footage. They're just 30 quid torches. They're Lighthouse brand. And they're bloody good. They're bright as well. Alright. What's that? Yeah, that's the other camera I got. Little underwater thing. Never thought of that, yeah. Yeah, if you start filming, mate, you'll soon realise. That tape, the foot tape. Oh, that's gone to shit. That's the fluorocarbon I use for my bass fishing. I think it's £20 that one. £20. Handy little thing, that one. I use the same for wrasse fishing if I don't have my Texas rig rod. I use my bass gear. Works just as well. If anything, you can pull the wrasse out easier with them. When filming, Jay has more eyes on him from authorities who are wondering what he's up to. I'm sure they will... What was that? I'm sure they will come back and see if he's went over his time possibly. No, they won't. I don't think they check up on you, to be honest with you. But I like to keep to the rules because I do get a lot of hate for shit, you know. So I try and do things right if I can. At the end of the day, but at the end of the day, no matter what I do, someone's always going to moan. You do a great job, Smash. Keep up the good work, man. I got to go pick up my son from work. I'll talk to you later. See you later, Mark. Maggie Max, for your foot. Cheers, I'll buy extra tape for that. I'll get some gaffer tape. Nice one. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Depends on the size of the brown envelope, mate. Yeah, I don't care. If I have to pay for something, I'll still do it, as long as I can go out. What I really want, see, what I want for this 5 hours is so I can go out 9 o'clock at night and I can go conger fishing. I really want to make a conger wars. I just want the feeling of that big conger again, you know? I miss it. Yeah. I really want that big bloody conger. Yeah, thank you, Maggie. Shout out, Maggie. But yeah, just the thought of a big conger at the moment tickles my pickle. Yeah. That's the net. That net there, as you can tell, look, I got camera mounts on everything. That net is, look, it's an egg shape because of Sam's ray. Does everyone remember his £12 ray he had? Or was it £12? I think it was £12. Yeah, it's £12 bloody ray. And I managed to get the trace with the, he had a panel hook on. 2 hooks, that is, eh? And the top hook caught on the net and I managed to pull the ray up the wall. Well, not the wall, the cliffs with it. And it made it was so heavy, that fish, that it bloody made my net egg-shaped. £10 guilt tickled my pickle. Doesn't matter what you do. There's always one person. Yeah, you're right, mate. There's always someone that's gonna moan. I'm used to it now, to be honest with you. The hate don't bother me. I got so many positive people on my site that you lot just drown out the hate. So I mean, it doesn't mean anything to me. Out 2 hours before midnight and 2 hours after. Yeah, there you go, Samuel. You've set me off now, boy. I've got a right fishing head on at the moment. I really want to get some fish. I will do catch and cooks with it because I want to try and please. I've got 2 sides of audience. See, I've got my foragers and then I've got my fishermen, and then like obviously there's people who like both. But yeah, so I'll try and please you both if I can. Smash, I work for the NHS. You will give me and all my staff shout out. Yeah, shout out the NHS. You're real heroes. Smash lure session. I need a bass. Yeah, like I said, I caught a bass. I've still got footage that I showed yesterday, but I'm not bothered. Smash making fishing cool again. Not really. Not just a pretty face, boys. I wouldn't say I'm a pretty face. I'm a rebel, mate. I'm a rebel. Haven't been able to get out fishing in a long time. Craving a bite. Yeah, I'm craving. I just want a big conger. I miss my. I'm a big conger. I'm a big conger lover. I love conger fishing. Yeah, I'm stuttering because I really want to catch one. Just like Inglorious with his turbot. I'm a conger man. I love catching congers. They are brilliant. 146 in the live. Nice one, guys. Love both foraging and fishing. Yeah, I was quite surprised at that bass video. How well that bass video does. Because usually my fishing videos will only get like in between sort of 7 to 20k. That bass one, like usually the bass ones will get about 6. That bass one went flying. I was well chuffed with it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching that. Easy on the eyes. Back-to-back streams, yeah. Well, I thought I'm gonna be chatting fishing, and I know the fishermen love it as well. So why not go live, eh? I don't mind. If there's anything you want to know, guys, just feel free to leave it in the comments. Look at that. I've got every video that I've ever made stored on chips. No one actually knows that but Sam. I store every single video I've ever made. Any bit of content, I've always saved it. You alright in there, sweetie? Yeah, good. Just checking up on you. Love the live vids, but can't believe I haven't given this a try a long time ago. Haha, fair play. Do you ever catch crayfish round where you are in Guernsey? Yeah, they get them in the crab pots and stuff, but not recently. I've never caught one in my pots, I don't think. Sobs are up. We shall thank you for the great bass fishing video. Cheers, mate. I'm hoping to get the big bass. They weren't very big bass. They were nice chunky fish though. When you see me say, oh, that's a lovely bass, I don't mean it's big if it's only this big, you know. A big bass to me is big. But when I say it's a nice fish or, oh, it's a beauty, I mean like how fat it is, how perfectly scaled it is, you know what I mean? That's what a good bass to me is. Hello, Smash the Legend. Cheers, mate. If you and Sam have bloopers, that would be funny video. Yeah, I've been asked that, but if I really don't want to go through 210 videos to get bloopers, to be honest with you, it's seriously time consuming. Every video on just those SD cards. That can't be. Yeah, if you buy 128 gig chips, you know what I mean? Because I only upload in 1080p. Because it's in a high bit rate, it looks a lot more. Edible knowledge. You're a legend. I think you're old enough to appreciate the gamer slang tip. Do you have any species you really want to catch? To catch that you haven't had the chance to? I wouldn't mind catching another triggerfish. I've only ever caught one triggerfish in my life. But yeah, I wouldn't mind catching a few more of them. How old are you, Jay? I'm 28. I'm 28 and young, baby. Every video, that's crazy. Yeah, it's amazing because a video normally, well, they used to be only about 1.4 gigabytes a video. But now they're more like 6 or 7 or 8, maybe more. Foraging videos are a bit more, about 9, 10. So you can fit quite a few videos onto things. Now everyone knows where all my money goes on. It goes on this shit. Excuse the French. I fished Norway for many years from the shore and caught loads of spider crabs, but did not realise you could eat them. No way! Chuck loads back. No way, you should have cooked one up, man. They're delicious. Yes, Scott. No hair or teeth. Barry, about time you showed up. That's all the cider. What bait for mullet? Sorry, I'm late. Bread, harbour ragworm, and mackerel. A little tiny piece of mackerel, about the size of your thumbnail. That's my best ones. You can catch them on other stuff as well, but mainly that. Solid state external hard drive are great for storage. Yeah, Dazzy, but how do you change the hard drive in one of these? I have no idea. MacBook Pros. So I just buy the 128 gig on the internet. It's only like 26 or 28 quid, something like that, for the SanDisk ones. And they store it without harming the footage whatsoever. So I'm quite happy with that. You know what I mean? When's your birthday? 22nd of November. Oh, does nobody remember the 1337 reference for Halle? No. Sorry. I'm pure fishing. I don't game at all. But thank you. Hardcore. Buy an external for it. Nah, I'm not bothered. Or Pania. They're not too bad, mate, to be fair. Hey, I'm looking to start fishing. Just in lakes and stuff. Do you have any recommendations? What do I need to start? I'm not a freshwater angler. I couldn't give you advice on freshwater. If it was me personally, I'd get a 9-foot rod and just see what's in the lake. Just get some like 15-pound line or something, and then some small hooks, and use like sweet corn and worms. You'll probably catch something like that. I'm not a freshwater angler, so I'm not the one to be giving you advice, to be honest. I'm looking to start. Oh yeah. No, Sam's back at work now. When you taking me fishing, old Charlie? Eventually, mate. Will you ever try catch mullet on a baited spoon? Yeah, I will do, Tom. I really want to do that. Buy an external hard drive, mate. About 40 quid. I might do. I'll look into them, Callum. Do you ground bait for the mullet? Yeah, always. I don't go mullet fishing without chum. I think it's a waste of time without chum. A great tip, plus they are really small. Yeah, that's true. They last for ages as long as you keep them in like black bags and make sure they don't get damp at all. They're alright. 4-foot ugly stick, 4-foot Rovex Integra Gold. Thanks, I'll try that. No worries, mate. Fairly, look up TA Fishing channel. Yeah, look up TA Fishing. He's got loads of freshwater stuff on there. He'll tell you what's up. Fishing is the only sport to hardcore fishermen. You know it. And that's why you get fisherman's foot, and then your foot hurts for days or weeks. I've always been curious to ask, are you a family man? Do you have a missus and kids? I have a girlfriend, yeah, and she's got a child. But I don't have any kids of myself, no. Alright, Jay, alright, Michael? If he gets the 1 TB, gets ruined, and all of his material is gone. Is the weather and wind, rain, going to hamper fishing for mullet? I prefer clear water for mullet, but at the moment we haven't got serious winds, so it's not too bad. And they're coming in from the west, and I'm on the east coast, so we'll see. Fisherman's foot. When you get like really sharp stabbing pains through your feet, usually around that area. That's from me jumping on the rocks and landing on really pointy rocks with my feet. Obviously you can land on your feet, but I've got wellies that bend because I like to wrap my feet round. Say that's the rock. I like to wrap my feet round the top of it instead of having thick like boots on, because I find I slip with boots on. But with stuff that bend around the rocks, you can run. Well, I'm not saying anyone run, but you can literally run and you stick to the rocks pretty good. But it wrecks you. It wrecks your feet. What's your favourite fish to eat? Red mullet. Even smash brings up the feet. What ground bait do you use? I use either oats, bran, one of those two with bread, and then I use either pilchard oil, Manhattan oil. Is it Manhattan? Anyway, if you got fish oil, basically, use a little bit of fish oil. Or I've done this in the past, is the tins of tuna with the sunflower oil. Just crack a tin of tuna out and chuck it in the bucket. No worries, been fairly. I'm waiting on getting my narrowboat and lockdown. Is holding things up. Yeah, I bet, mate. Roses are red, violets are blue. Smashes the best, and it's true. That's sick. You seem the type of guy that would be a great dad. Passing your coastal foraging skills on to the next generation one day, eh, mate? Yeah, I'd love to have kids one day, don't get me wrong. Obviously not right now. Definitely not right now. But yeah, I definitely want kids, and Jen's an awesome mum anyway, so I know I'm in good hands. You gotta be safe about that. You're not Spider-Man. No, but I'm a mountain goat though. That's it. I've had a good chat today. I actually enjoyed this live. I enjoy all the lives, but I love it when there's fishing talk as well. You know, Inglorious would rip me, but I'm a fisherman again now for a couple of weeks. Until the big tides come back, then I'm foraging again. I want some lobsters. Don't teach them to run on the rocks. End of the day, if you're on the rocks 24/7, you soon pick up your pace without even realising. Maybe it's fun to make a video where you catch the fish, shells, and your girlfriend does the cook part of the catch. No, my girlfriend don't know how to cook shellfish. Really? Cooks a mean steak and stuff, but not what do you call it? Where's Jen? There's a bed there. Oi oi. Show us your lockdown haircut. It's not actually that bad, look. I got just a bit of a mop. Do you have an Xbox? No, I don't. Mountain goat. When will the foraging camping back? On the next big tides. Mountain goats die from falls from heights. Is it possible for fish to have coronavirus? No, I don't think so. Don't mention mountain goat. Oh God, here we go. Have you ever made lobster biscuit, or crab soup? No, never. I've usually just found a lobster, chucked it in a pan, and eaten it within 15 minutes. Nothing lasts very long if it's cooked near me. Not seafood. Take care, Jay. See you later, Shane's Great Outdoors. Second time this year, you said only once. We will see it. Do you use floats for the mullet? Yes. I won't get it all out now, but yeah, I use the little 3-gram floats. Did you hear about the Welsh who kept mountain goats? There's an Xbox in the mirror. Yeah, that's my girlfriend's son's Xbox. Your haircut, Jay. Yeah, I know, it's horrible, eh? It's good. Love your videos, mate. Keep up the good work. And how's your lockdown going? It's alright. I want this weather to clear up so I can get out for my 2 hours exercise and go catch some bass. That's what I want to do. It is what it is. Right, I'm going to come off the live now, guys. I didn't want to go live for long. I just wanted to chat about fishing for a little bit. I can still remember last year when you were live in the beach and the signal was terrible. You're only in high rocks. Yeah, that's why I don't do live foraging. It's because I'm so far out on the rocks. Sometimes I'm like 500 metres out on the rocks. And you just don't get signal there. Oh, you're on about the drinking, Kylie? Yeah. I don't drink normally. It's only on the lives. It's you lot. You're a bad influence. Caught up on vids. Great content. Got the big spider crab in the end. Lobster, spider crab beat vids. Nice. What was that? Jay, you need to let Jen loose with the scissors. No way, mate. No way. Good night, Jay. Sleep well. Cheers, mate. Stay safe. Keep smashing out your material. Your time is now. Sending good vibes from Minnesota, USA. Cheers, mate. Edible knowledge. What was that? Have a good one, man. Cheers from Tim. Everyone, have a good night. Cheers, Tim. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you. How's your arm, Jay? Mine's scabbing. Mine's alright now. Look, I heal quite quick, mate. I thought you were on about my elbow. I've had pains through my elbows as well from picking up all the really big boulders. But now I'm back, fighting strong, baby. Apart from my foot, I just need a bit of tape. And that's it, really. Night, edible. Big YouTube play button. Yeah, I don't really care for the play button, to be honest with you. I just like building my empire. Yeah. I'll probably give it to Sam or something. Right, Jay. I'm not a big person. I don't do things for trophies and stuff like that. I don't care for that. You know what I mean? I'm really not like that. That's why you don't see me competing with people much and stuff like that. And hence the reason I quit the club as well. I found I was fishing for trophies when I just wanted to fish for myself, you know? Night, Jay. Thank you. Looking forward to the next video. Cheers, mate. Have a nice one, Jay. Get some rest. Best vid typo. Hi, love the channel. Used to live in the Isle of Wight. Loved island life and missed the fishing. Now live in Hertfordshire. Apparently the furthest from the coast. I'm gutted. I couldn't do that. I couldn't live that far away from the coast, man. I'd lose my mind. I'm so used to being down the beach, like same as Inglorious. If he got locked away, he would turn into a wreck. I can tell you. I know full well what it's like. You're broken. Gutted I didn't realise I was doing a live feed again. Loved last night's one. Look forward to the next one, mate. Keep up the great work. Cheers. Appreciate that. Can you go to Peterport Way and do urban foraging? I don't want to go anywhere near town at the moment. Believe it or not, I'm trying to stay away from people. If I go to town, it's going to be packed. I know people are like, oh, there's not many people out. They're everywhere. They're everywhere at the moment. But people are keeping their distance from each other, though, so it's quite cool. But I just don't want to go anywhere that is risky, really. Sorry, I'm getting loads of comments and I can't help but read them. Right, I can tell if we don't shut up, he ain't going to get off. There you go, Edible knew it. I'm like that, I can't help it. I feel cheeky. I know nothing about fishing, just like watching the videos. Weather fishing, jumping rocks or foraging. Fair play, Jules. You don't have to fish yourself to be into watching it, you know what I mean? Night all, stay safe. See you later, Sam. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Damn, I missed Emperor Smash addressing his minions. Nah, we're all equal here, mate. That's because you've been a good boy, Samuel. Didn't get the notification for the live, mate. Portsmouth Angler. I gave you a shout out before for the lures. Oh, do you know what? It's not glowing up anymore when I put the torch on it. I'm a huge fan. Turkey bacon. Thank you, mate. People where I am. 7 to 10 on the lake. Nice. Love a bit of Sam. Sam's a legend, mate. Couldn't give that boy enough credit, mate. Really couldn't. Really good bloke. When's the next Q&A? Maybe tomorrow if the weather's rubbish. Do you want one tomorrow, guys? Maybe. I'm not going to promise anything. He gave you a shout out for the lures about 37 minutes ago. Yeah, I shouted you out, Jake. Because I was saying those lures, what I'm going to do is cut the tail off one of them and I'm gonna attach a squid jig bottom, you know, like the spikes, to a bit of wire, and I'm gonna thread them on the wire, and I'm gonna obviously glow them up, and then attach them to my rod and see if I can catch squid on them. This might be an idea for you, mate. Make some squid jigs out of your glow stuff. That'd be sick. That would be great, Jay. Sound. Went lure fishing today. I'm crap. Got any tips on how to set up and when to go and where to go for bass? Look for shallow, snaggy ground. That's where you'll find the bass, especially the big ones. I use a 9-foot, 20 to 50 gram bass rod or lure rod, 20-pound braid to a 20 or 50 or 15-pound fluorocarbon leader, uni to uni knot to attach it, to then just a little quick link to change your lure over, and that's it. Right, I'm off now, guys. Oh, is it? That's very odd, mate. Good job you didn't want glow. Laugh out loud, yeah. That's it. They're white. They're catch bass, man. Yeah, everyone's getting that at the moment. YouTube ain't promoting me that much, to be honest with you. I don't know why. People just ain't getting the notifications till hours later or days. Thanks for the shout out, by the way. Nah, thanks for the lures, Jake. I appreciate it. Right, I'm off, guys. Right, I can't sit chatting all night. Thanks, guys. See you soon, eh? Thanks for tuning in. Peace.